Hello, Craig.
Hello.
Please work tonight, Craig. Please don't be sick or sad or broken. It's the hard knocks life when we don't have backups.
Yeah, things are a little crazy already, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, so, did you know Puerto Rico's not part of the United States, by the way?
What?
Nita and I were reading a rundown of the bullshit, the RNC today, and the one that kind of stuck with me, well, outside of one of the speakers talking about how the liberals want to basically get rid of the suburbs for reasons, right?
Yeah.
But okay. The one that stuck out, it was the angry woman that screamed for like 7 or 8 minutes. I'm going to have to go look her up now because I'm blanking on her name. She said that she was an immigrant because her mother was from Puerto Rico.
You know, I bet they believe it. I bet most people watching the Republican National Convention would believe that. They don't understand that just because it's not a U.S. state doesn't mean it's not a U.S. territory and makes them U.S. citizens.
Okay, I hate going to the Inquirer for this. Or sorry, it's the Philadelphia Inquirer. Never mind. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Damn. That one's yelling because I have ad blocker on. And I imagine you do too.
Yeah.
Okay, I promise you this is not a satire site. I'm going to link.
Okay.
Let me go over to Discord. The headline, Kimberly Guthriel says she's a first-generation American during RNC speech because her mother was Puerto Rican and a U.S. citizen. Right?
I see. I'm opening this article up.
Here's Washington Post with the same thing. More.
I love this.
Right?
Yeah, so I love it. It's like they have the thing that says what she did, then immediately, but Puerto Rico is the U.S. territory and its residents are U.S. citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Guilfoyle? That's an interesting name.
She looks like a Karen, though, doesn't she?
She does look like a Karen. Her hair's too long, but the face, like that smile, like smirk, just screams to me. I want to speak to your manager.
Yeah, it's just, right?
Yep.
And also talking about how if the Democrats win, the United States will be a socialist utopia.
I wish that we lived in the country that the GOP likes to pretend that we are. Like, I wish we lived in this socialist utopia.
Yeah, I mean, they're arguing against things like basic general health care, just general safety, having proper social systems in place. How about having the goddamn mail being delivered and not being dismantled?
Yeah.
But, right.
Yep. Fuck it. Socialist utopia, right?
Yeah. Hang on, I want to make sure. The McClowskis. This is the Karen and Ken that were pointing guns at the protesters. Remember them?
Yeah, I remember them.
They're the ones that also practice very poor trigger discipline and general gun safety. But what do you expect? They were saying they want to abolish the suburbs because they wanted to make more. The Democrats want to make more affordable housing available. Oh no, what's the homeowners association going to think about this, right?
Fuck them. I hate HOAs. Fuck you and your HOA. God, one of the reasons that we moved here specifically is that there's not a homeowners association within like 20 goddamn miles of where I live.
And then they established one, right?
I already live here, so fuck them. I don't have to join their homeowners association. Bastards, don't tell me how to cut my grass or what I can paint my house or that something's too loud or too quiet. Fuck off. I hate HOAs if you haven't noticed.
Really? I didn't get that vibe at all.
Yeah, let me make it clear. Fucking bastards.
What's kind of funny is on my Facebook, people bitch and moan about how socialist it is for to wear masks and blah blah blah. But for some reason, everybody is latched on to the proper way to cut grass, especially not blowing it into any roadway ever.
Yeah, fuck them.
Because, well, I know one does it because they like to get on their motorcycle and pretend that they're very tough. I know this bitch. I've known this bitch since she was in a goddamn diaper. Literally.
Damn. Calling her out. Diaper bitch. Motorcycle diaper bitch.
And her racist fucking husband is not any tougher. The faux leather on my ass is setting on right now is tougher than those two. But they love to hold their little Trump rallies. All right.
Fuckers. Fuck them. And they're HOA. I don't know if they're part of an HOA, but fuck them too.
I know, but they like to bitch about people having loud music that they don't like. They'll applaud somebody that's playing country music, but there's something that sounds like it's even close to what they would probably call black music. Only they wouldn't use the term B in that, or a word that starts with B in that. They start to complain, and you see where I'm going with that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they had a candlelight vigil whenever Charlie Daniels died.
I feel both slightly better for yelling about HOAs, but also slightly worse. Because it really, that's like a small thing. And the grand scheme of life, an HOA typically is not that big of an issue, but I can't fucking stand them.
The thing is, on the surface, it's not a terrible idea. But one, they often end up with the wrong people in charge, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So when these people go full tyrant, they start to nitpick and make life miserable for those that they don't deem as acceptable, right?
Yeah.
So they'll start to try to levy against you for, you're a trash can, it's the wrong color. Or your grass is slightly too long, and make life a living hell.
I wouldn't mind if an HOA came to my neighborhood now that I live here. Like, I'm already here, so and then I could just fuck with them. Because that's what I would do. I already only cut my grass like once every 3 weeks. That would be enough for most of them to like go into a constant rage. But I would do all.
Hey, leave me out of this. No, you'd be like flying rainbow flags.
Yep.
Sitting out there in the front lawn with as little as possible on, grilling, right?
Yep. I'd paint a rainbow flag into my yard and then not cut the grass for, 6 weeks.
Yeah, Anita's one of her psychotic fucking hatreds is the Confederate flag. That and Trump flags, but the Confederate flag really gets her because it's just stupid that it's become an icon. Because one, it wasn't the Confederate flag. Two, it was rarely used. Three, it's a racist symbol because it was adopted by separatists to, basically broadcast just how shitty they were. And four, I think was born out of the break away from the Confederacy. So, right?
Yeah.
There's this one woman that lives near here. She has a pickup because, of course, she does. And on the back of it is two giant flags. One is an American flag, and the other one is a half American, half Confederate flag. And I could see her eye twitch every time that person drives by. I'm just glad we don't know exactly where she lives because I imagine Anita would probably burn that.
Indeed. All right, let's get this party started because I just looked down and realized it was 10:10 Although we've got some, some new Franken material.
Woo!
Thanks, Craig. All
You're
right.
welcome.
So I've got the, games, Gameclub, Fortnite versus Apple lawsuit, and then Discovery Queue.
Yeah, all set. Ready to record.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, record. And for the sync, 3,
2,
1, sync.
Sync. Okay, looks like it's good there.
Looking good. All right, I fixed the date. Game face.
Game face. So, shall we get political? Or do you want to call it a night already?
I am wiped out. We could, but I'm very tired.
Yeah. Let's just put it this way. It was Fantasyland last night, and looks like what I'm seeing early from tonight, it's worse.
Oh, at the RNC?
Yeah. A speaker was just pulled because she tweeted anti-Semitic tweets.
Wait, a speaker was pulled
from the lineup because they were tweeting anti-Jew stuff.
Wow. You think that they'd want to have that kind of person in their lineup?
Mary Ann Mendoza, whose police officer's son was killed by a drunk driver, had been included in the list of excerpts of speakers. Remarks sent by the campaign early Tuesday evening, but they pulled her because anti-Semitic tweets. But I like this comment. It's kind of telling when you have to ask which one, because it's hard to tell.
That is very true. Very true. I would be curious about which one.
According to CNN, Pam Bondi from Florida is going to be speaking out against nepotism tonight, followed by Eric Trump, Melania Trump, and Tiffany Trump.
Well, yep. No nepotism. Let's not do nepotism. Now bring all the Trumps in.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, so I had to go figure out what this woman tweeted. So RNC speaker boosts QAnon conspiracy about Jewish plot to enslave the world. There you go, right? There's a big box of crazy for you. You could write like 2 or 3 big books of crazy on that one, huh?
Yeah. Twitter's going to be fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Reddit. Reddit and Twitter both are going to be fun for me tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty damn much, huh? So should I let you go meet tomorrow?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
How about one last thing before we go?
Okay, one more thing.
Something nice to end on.
I like nice things.
A random today I learned that I just saw pop up.
Okay.
Today I learned the Japanese government gave elderly people discounts on ramen if they surrendered their driver's licenses.
That's really sweet, actually.
I could hear that smile.
Yeah.
I think we did that.
Indeed. I want a discount on ramen. I'll surrender my driver's license for a discount on ramen. Although that'll kill me. Ramen has a lot of carbs in it, but it's delicious.
Yeah, but the salt would preserve you.
That's true. Put me in a state of torpor. Ramen, please. But yeah, that's very sweet.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
I did. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yep. Oh my. I'm sleepy and I'm hungry. I think I'm going to go find something in the fridge that's just like straight protein. Munch on that for a minute and then go to bed.
I have a root beer that's been chilling in the fridge, so I'm going to sip on that while I do my posted stuff.
Mm-hmm. Post some spicy memes tomorrow. I haven't posted spicy memes in a few days.
Oh, really? What was the one that got the most attention so far?
Let me go look. Definitely the one from last week or 2 weeks ago. There was like the 2 buttons. It's like coronavirus deaths of 1.3%. It's not a lot.
The one I sent you?
Yeah. Yeah, that one's definitely gotten the most. I posted another one that it's a guy standing up there on the podium and he's saying, I guess it's more of a cartoon than a hoax, but it's like global warming is a hoax, and then it's like killer whales pretending to be humans, and then they go out and they circle a melting iceberg that's got a bunch of penguins standing on it.
Oh, I have a feeling that one got some attention because it has science. We all know science is the devil's work.
That's right.
Which, when you think about it, the devil doesn't seem like that bad a guy. Yo, he's not the one sending you to burn in hell.
That's true. He's just hanging out down there.
Hanging out down there, listening to some good music.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna post a silly meme, and then later a spicy meme. I'm gonna post this before bed,
and then immediately go to bed and giggle at your results in the morning, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, this one's a silly one. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. So I'm posting that before I go to bed.
Oh, great! Now Anita's gonna want to build a pyramid,
and then either tomorrow or maybe Thursday, I'm gonna finally post this. I've been sitting on it for a while. I know I've shown you. I'm pretty sure I've shown you that one before, but I haven't posted it on Facebook. So,
oh, that might get some responses.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that.
Shaby's gonna post that one on Veterans Day.
Yeah,
you're regretting that one, aren't you?
I am, but it's okay. I'll get it next time. I've got some that are saved for holidays.
Uh-oh. What's your Christmas one?
I don't have one for Christmas yet, actually. I've got like a silly one for Christmas. It's got like a velociraptor on it that I thought was more cute than anything. And I don't know when I'm going to... Oh, I forgot about this. I really need to organize my meme folder. But I've got this that I'm going to have to post at some point.
I love that one.
And then...
well, since we're still got Craig recording, it's a Klansman that in the Marilyn Monroe skirt blow up scene. Only it's a police officer underneath the robes.
Yep.
And the one before it was capturing A with the flag over Iwo Jima. The one before that, successful people coffin, unsuccessful people coffin, people who love cats, pyramids.
Yep. But I need to sort this folder. I need one that's like posted on Facebook and then spicy and silly.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. I'm going to put Craig to bed.
Night, Craig.
And then go put myself to bed. Good night, Craig. You did it. You made it through a whole recording. Very proud of you.
Craig is going to need therapy after this.
Probably.
Yeah, I was looking on the top 20 on Woot shirts. Quarantine Festival is still way up there. I think I've sent it to you before, but just in case.
Yeah, good shirt. I think Pandemic at the Disco is my favorite one on the shirt.
Or No Cure. I mean, just all sorts of good band parodies. No Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
Indoors. The Cough Spring is a little bit on point at this point, huh?
Miley virus.
Well, you did hear about the Offspring, right?
No, I don't think so. Did they all get COVID, or did one of them die or something?
Oh, no. Let me just make sure I have this correct before.
Man, I like the Offspring.
I'm just making sure I have it correct. Sorry, I had the light flicker, but I think that was... okay. Oh no, it was Smash Mouth. Sorry, I got him backwards. Smash Mouth had a Star District concert that's been linked to quite a few cases.
I did see that. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why in my head the two kind of come together.
Yeah, Smash Mouth and the Offspring are two very different bands, two very different styles of music.
Yeah, but they also were popular at around the same time. Or, hit it big, I guess I should say.
I never really liked Smash Mouth. I liked a couple of their songs.
Mm-hmm.
Or at leleast a couple of their songs were earwormy. But I genuinely like the Offspring. All right. Topic list. Short and sweet and ready. I'm ready. My body is ready for bed. I got Audacity pulled up.
Yeah, I'm pulling up Audacity on my end.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I really should pin that. Hang on. Pin to menu. There we go. I don't know why I never did. Well, I did at one point, but resets happen and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, all set.
Okay. Ready to record in 3, 2, 1, record. And for the sync, 3,
2,
1,
sync. I think I jumped the gun a little bit, but good enough for us at least.
Good enough for government work.
Well, at this point, government work would be the podcast. It could record itself. No.
It would be really racist and sexist and generally ignorant.
Well, to be fair, we are ignorant, but no. If it was like my state government, it would be pushing a responsibility to do the podcast off on someone else.
Mm-hmm. Expecting everyone to, use their best judgment, be considerate of one another, and not enforce any rules that it puts in place.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would
also rant about soup for some reason.
Indeed, really stupid, dumb soup. Oh, there's another guy. Oh, that's gonna be indicative of this show. It'll be all right.
I mean, really, bags of soup, right?
There's
an episode title on that,
possibly, but there's a YouTuber / podcaster that I follow. It's actually Tex. I from the Tex Talks BattleTech video I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
There's some running joke that they have that I don't know where it started because I mostly only watch his BattleTech stuff. But they talk about bags of Sprite and setting out like gallon Ziploc bags full of Sprite for kids at Halloween. And that's really not like, there's no joke there, no like anything, just like you said, bags of soup. And I was like, oh yeah, bags of Sprite.
Reminds me of LGR's various sim stuff. How, one, Duke Nukem is always in it. Even if he doesn't address Duke Nukem, he's a big fan of the old Duke Nukem games. So he has Duke Nukem appearing. It may be an impression of him, but he also always talks about chairs. It became something that he didn't really realize he was doing for a while until people pointed it out. But it's like the one furniture item that keeps popping up. Also, I'm really looking forward to, in about a week's time, watching him try to figure out what the fuck with the new Sim stuff that was announced at Gamescom. I didn't put on the list because it's an announcement for a Sims expansion.
Right.
Or have you seen this?
I have. I saw the announcement for the Sims expansion stuff. I've seen some of the stuff from Gamescom, but not all of it.
Yeah, there wasn't anything that was really standout. That's why I didn't add it. But Star Wars?
Yeah. The, what is it? The VR or whatever? The cockpit VR thing, that one?
Well, no. I was talking about the Sims 4 expansion. That was Star Wars.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I've been saying I follow or am subscribed to several Star Wars YouTube channels, and they've been all over the new Star Wars VR experience from their upcoming Squadrons game. So I thought that's what you were talking about when you said Star Wars.
No, this was the Sims 4 Star Wars, and it's just weird.
It's very weird to see Star Wars popping up in so many places. I mean, I get it. It's Disney-fied at this point. Like, it's about to be oversaturated if it's not already, but...
Yeah, and not really having its own really good game outside of one or two in the last decade or two.
Yeah.
And a lot of mediocre shit.
A lot of just shit.
I still haven't watched the last two of the main series because I heard people talking about the last one. It's just, I realized it's probably going to make me angry. It's going to make me feel annoyed. It's not worth it.
Yeah. I recently watched the entire Star Wars movie series again with my son, and my ranking that I gave however many months ago it was still stands.
I can't remember where you put the last two, 8 and 9.
8 is near the top of my list, like in either number 1 or number 2 spot, kind of depending on my mood, with Empire Strikes Back. And then Rise of Skywalker, which is number 9, is at the bottom of my list.
Yeah,
Like
because
the bottom of the list.
Yeah, they pretty much threw every story thread away, huh? From what I've heard, at least.
Yep.
And basically just couldn't be coherent about a fucking thing, right?
Yep. It's got some good, it's a spectacle. There's a lot of spectacle there. But
if I wanted to watch
a mess.
If I wanted to watch something shiny and turn my brain off for a while, I'd watch a Too Fast, Too Furious movie. Or Fast and the Furious franchise movie, I guess I should say.
Fast and the Furious, the very first one, actually tries to be a good movie. I mean, it's not, but it's trying. And then after that, they just went, you know what? Fuck it. And each successive movie gets more and more crazy. But the first one, it feels like they were really trying to make sort of a grounded story. Things get a little wacky with the cars and, they push some of it for the action scenes, but it feels really grounded. It's just like this simple undercover cop kind of goes dark, goes over to the other side while he's undercover. There's like a proper A and B plot with like a love story, and there's like a couple of C plots. Like, it's really trying. It doesn't land, but it tries. And then the rest of them are just like, nah, we're just going to get closer and closer to superheroes at this point. And honestly, I think that was the way to go for the Fast and Furious franchise. Like, they're just big, dumb action movies that obviously don't work in any way, but they're still like, wow.
Honestly, Anita and I have been just binging stuff on either Hulu, Netflix, or Prime. Right now, we're going through Community.
Yeah.
Which, fucking amazing show.
I like Community. I've never seen the whole thing.
We're up to halfway through the 3rd season. I'm just double checking. We're right at the halfway mark of the 3rd season. I love that they can Family Guy something, all right? They could have this random shit go on, but actually not do it as a cutaway joke, but do it as a full episode. Like the Claymation episode for Christmas.
Yeah, that was really good.
They did essentially High School Musical for one episode recently that we watched.
Have you seen the episode that does like alternate universes?
Yes, that was actually one of the last ones that we watched.
I think that's my favorite episode of the show.
Yeah, where there's Constance and Walter Barrow, I think, from BioShock Infinite, even though the more I thought about that game, Constance and Variables, like Jeff constantly hitting his head, but then things changing ever so slightly based on who went to go get pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yep. One of my favorite episodes, probably actually my favorite episode of the show.
And also there's overall continuity as well, where at one point they get drunk with power because they install their own person into the cafeteria staff and are able to basically control the flow of chicken fingers, the number one item in the school cafeteria.
Which, I mean, that's pretty constant from every school I've ever been to.
But what I was going to say was constant from that was that at one point, using their power, Troy was able to get a monkey. And it just popped up a few times already. And just different one-off jokes that you would think would be one-off, but later on it comes back to be more important or a plot point for a more overarching story.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Superstore?
No.
Superstore, it gives me a lot of the same vibes of Community. It's not quite as smart of a show, but it's very funny, and it tackles a lot of interesting sort of subject matter, I like in the way that Community did. Although it does get a little hung up on
where is that?
Last time I saw it was on Hulu.
Okay, I'll go check and add that to my list if it's there. One we watched pretty recently and we actually timed it just right where we finished the first season a month before the second season came out, was Umbrella Academy. It was fucking amazing. Basically, one particular day across the globe, 100-some people who were not pregnant that day gave birth. And each one of those people that were born that day to essentially spontaneous pregnancies have some sort of superpower of varying degrees of usefulness. And essentially the Howard Hughes of that universe, Sir Reginald Hargraves, took it upon himself to raise a group of them into essentially a group of crime-fighting. Think of it as sort of X-Men, only far more dysfunctional. He was able to adopt 7 of them, and he was so detached from them that he just called them by their number that he acquired them. All right? Matter of fact, one character, even years later, does not even have a proper name. He's just 5. So you have one, which is Luthor, he's essentially not invulnerable and super strong. 2, which is Diego, and he's able to control objects that he throws, which he usually uses knives. I can't recall who. I think Allison was number 3, who is able to essentially. I think it's a suggestion where she's able to make people bend to her will by whispering a phrase to them.
Mm-hmm.
4 is Klaus, and he's able to speak to the dead. 5 is is able to teleport, and he also went into the future. So in the show where everybody's in their I think they're in their late 30s, he's actually 15. 13, because he went to the future and got stuck and had to warp himself back and forth, and he ended up basically reverting his body to the point that he was, or his age when he went to the future, because he screwed up his math. Yeah, his words. Let's see. Number 6 is Ben, who is also is able to control these demonic tentacles or something, or like shadow people. Oh, and he's also dead, so only Klaus could see him. And then there's the 7th one that has no power, who basically is kind of just a cast off from the family. So it's set up in the first episode that 5 returns and says, "Oh yeah, by the way, the world's going to end in 10 days. I don't know how, but we got to stop it." And it's fucking amazing. And I don't want to say anything about the second season because it ruins the first one. Just go watch it. Like I said, a more dysfunctional X-Men, if that's possible, right?
Yeah. Cool. What'd you say it was called? Umbrella what?
The Umbrella Academy.
The Umbrella Academy. Okay. I'll have to look that up and take a look into it next time I watch
Netflix. Let's see. I want to make sure I get the writer correct. Okay, so hang on. So the writer for the comic book that the series is based on is Gerald Way, who is also the lead singer for My Chemical Romance.
That's really cool. I mean, good on him for being multifaceted. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I had the right band. It's probably not who you'd expect, right?
No, definitely not who I would expect, but where is it available to watch?
Netflix. Both seasons.
Okay. Cool.
And I think it's 10 episodes a season, or it's the shorter seasons. You know how the Netflix original series are?
Yeah. And The Boys. Oh, God damn it. Fuckers. Of course they did that. So The Boys season 2, which is a dark but realistic look at what it would be like if superheroes were real. Like they get co-opted by corporations for branding and shit. Their second season premiered today, but instead of doing it the way streaming services have for the last several years. They're releasing episodes one at a time.
Oh, I hate that.
I do too.
Okay, I found Superstore on Hulu, by the way. Let's see. Season 1 only has 11 episodes, right?
Okay.
And there's up to 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming... Ooh. Yeah, I'm assuming that's a cliffhanger, since season 5 ends with a part 1. I'm sorry. I saw something else that popped up. They were trying to pander. Superhero movie isn't available. Try this instead. Spider-Man 3. No.
All right.
I think I'd rather gouge my own eyes out with a grapefruit spoon.
How about instead of that, we record our show?
Oh, that sounds like a somewhat decent alternative.
Number 1, Craig. What's up, number 1, Craig?
Fascinating.
Indeed. Sounds like you've had a big week there, buddy. Hope you stayed safe on your Labor Day weekend, Craig. If you celebrate Labor Day.
Because I know the fuckers around here weren't.
Same. But as far as I know, nobody around here started a goddamn forest fire, so.
Got that going for you, which is nice.
Indeed. But all I did was inhale a bunch of pollen over the weekend. Building a fence.
Yeah, my weekend was kind of just relax. Let Adita relax because it was our last day before dealing with kids again for the first time in over 6 months, face to face.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Meanwhile, just going to my Facebook, I see Typhoid Trump has another rally going on and nobody has fucking masks or social distancing.
I love that you just said Typhoid Trump.
You're going to use that, aren't you?
Somewhere, somehow, I'm going to use it.
A spicy meme?
Yes. Find a spicy meme. The spiciest of memes.
Yeah. Actually, when we went to the store Sunday, it was actually kind of quiet. But then again, we went in while the church crowd was still getting their Jeebus fix. We were out before they were even ready to go be shitty to servers.
Need that Jeebus fix. Very important.
Also, don't forget, pass around that collection plate.
That's right.
And remember, it's 10% before your taxes.
That's right. Got to give God 10%.
Yeah, because, God never really figured out the whole money thing, right?
Not really. Almighty, omniscient, omnipotent, rules everything. Still needs your money, though, because he's really bad with the budget, apparently.
Yeah, no miracling up, a few gold coins, right?
Yeah. $dollar bills, y'all. What?
Yeah, the church across the way, they've had in-person worship again. So thankfully I don't get shitty music every Sunday now again, but a lot of them are going in without masks. It's just fucking idiots.
Jesus saves.
And takes half damage.
Which I guess means that he walks away from the COVIDs with no permanent lung damage.
Woo. No,
Woo.
He's asymptomatic.
You're right. You're right. Those holes in his hands, though, really bad for spreading germs around.
No, really good for spreading germs. He goes to cough in his hand, it just goes right through.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, that's what I meant. I just said it the wrong way. I'm going to blame cough or cold medicine for that. All right. Speaking of cold medicine, before it all wears off, I'm got Audacity pulled up.
Same.
All right. Ready to record in 3, 2, 1. Record. And for the sync, 3,
2,
1. Sync.
Woo.
Woo. Kitchen sink, bathroom sink, all the sink.
Yeah, my cat has decided. One, Sunshine absolutely loves the bathroom sink and loves to sleep in it. Shadow has discovered the bathroom sink and has stolen it from her. So she has no idea what to do now. It's just, what the heck? Oh, and he fights the faucet.
If I fits, I sits.
Well, he'll just, something that his little kitten brain snaps. And he just starts fighting the faucet above him for some reason. Oh, and loses, by the way.
Well, faucets, one very tough enemy.
Yeah, same with kitchen chairs, toilet paper rolls, bits of string.
Yep. Riley couldn't figure out today that she couldn't put both of her balls in her mouth. She's got like a squeaky ball and a tennis ball that she plays with all the time. And she just could not figure out both of these things don't fit in my mouth at the same time.
Yeah, Shadow discovered that. Well, he likes to leap up on me now, or at least he's done it a couple times now. I was in the bathroom and he was asleep in the bathroom sink, and got to pay the toll, so send scratch his ears for a bit, get some person love. And next thing I know, I just see this flying cat leap up and cling to my shoulder. Like, okay, I'm ready for love now. It's going to be interesting to see if he's going to be medium or long haired, though. Because he shows traits for both. Like, he has the really dense fur on his paws. That's indicative of longer hair.
Mm-hmm.
And his ear tufts are already longer than Sunshine's. And he's 3.5 months now. Oh, and he's getting big. He's already 4 pounds. He's going to be a big one. And he likes to leap on me and sleep on me. I'll just hear a chirp, and then next thing I know it, I have this massive black fur on my chest. Thankfully looking at me, and I don't see a butthole, but still.
Thankfully.
He likes to sleep there, or he'll get down beside me and slide under my arm, up into my armpit, and sleep there. Weird cat. And so concludes the pet portion of the podcast.
Indeed.
Shall we do the main portion of the podcast before your cold lesson runs out?
Let's do it. Game face?
Game face.